Well, hello there, my dears. It's Grandma Jenny here, ready to tuck you in and tell you a couple of my favourite bedtime stories. There's nothing quite like snuggling up under the covers with a good book, is there? Tonight, I have two special tales in mind that I think you'll love. One is about a clever little mouse who outwits a sneaky cat, and the other is a magical adventure about a brave young girl who journeys through a mystical forest. So let's get comfy and let Grandma Jenny take you on a journey to a land of wonder and imagination. Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage in the heart of the countryside, there lived a clever little mouse named Max. Max loved nothing more than exploring the nooks and crannies of his home, nibbling on tasty morsels and snuggling up in his cozy little nest. But there was one thing that Max was always wary of: the sneaky cat that lived next door. The cat, a wily creature with sharp claws and a quick mind, was always on the prowl for a tasty snack. Max knew he had to be careful if he wanted to stay safe, so he hatched a plan to outwit the cunning feline. Lazily in the sun outside his house, Max crept up as quietly as a mouse can and whispered in the cat's ear, "You look like you could use a good nap. Why don't you could use a good nap? Why don't you take a nice long rest in my cozy little nest while I keep watch for you?" The cat, delighted at the thought of a warm, cozy nap, eagerly accepted Max's offer and curled up in the little mouse's nest. Max, meanwhile, set to work gathering up all of the noisiest pots and pans he could find. As soon as the cat was fast asleep, Max began banging and clanging the pots and pans together as loudly as he could. The cat, jolted awake by the sudden noise, leapt out of the nest and ran off in a panic, never to return again. From that day forward, Max knew he had outwitted the sneaky cat, and he went on living his peaceful, happy life in his cozy little cottage, always on the lookout for his next adventure. And whenever he felt a little scared, he knew he could count on his clever mind to keep him safe. Now let's start the second story about a young girl named Lila. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a brave young girl named Lila. She lived in a small village at the edge of a mystical forest. The forest was said to be home to magical creatures, enchanted forests, and mysterious ruins. Many people in Lila's village were afraid to enter the forest, but Lila was different. She was brave and curious, and she longed to explore the enchanted woods. One night, as Lila was lying in bed, she heard a strange sound coming from the forest. It was a soft, gentle sound, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. Lila felt a strange pull towards the forest, and she knew that she had to investigate. Quietly, she slipped out of her window and made her way towards the forest. As she entered the woods, she felt a sense of wonder and magic all around her. The trees were tall and ancient, and their branches seemed to reach out towards her like welcoming arms. Lila journeyed deeper into the forest, following the sound of the rustling leaves. She soon came upon a clearing, and in the center of the clearing stood a magnificent tree. It was tall and wide, with branches that reached up to the sky. The tree seemed to shimmer with a golden light, and Lila knew that she had found something truly magical. As she approached the tree, Lila noticed a small, glowing creature perched on one of the branches. It was a fairy with delicate wings and a mischievous smile. The fairy introduced herself as Tilly, and she told Lila that she was the guardian of the forest. Tilly explained that the forest was full of secrets and wonders, but that it was also dangerous. She warned Lila that there were dark forces at work in the woods, and that she needed to be careful. Undeterred, Lila asked Tilly to show her more of the enchanted forest. The fairy agreed, and together they journeyed deeper into the woods. Along the way, Lila met many magical creatures, from talking animals to mischievous sprites. As they travelled through the forest, Lila felt herself growing stronger and braver. She faced many challenges, but with Tilly's help she overcame them all. Together they explored hidden ruins, discovered secret glades, and even faced down a fierce dragon. Finally, as the sun began to rise, Lila and Tilly emerged from the forest. Lila was tired but exhilarated, and she knew that she had found a true friend in Tilly. From that day forward, Lila continued to explore the enchanted forest, and she went on many more adventures with Tilly and her other magical friends. And even though she faced many dangers and challenges along the way, she never lost her sense of wonder and her love for the mystical woods.